But the offense certainly didn't show up in this one. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Hats of Mini, and today we're going to recap this afternoon's spring training game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves, as the Phillies lose 5-1 to the Braves, as James Marvel just absolutely imploded, giving up 5 runs. And our offense wasn't anything special either. Now, guys, before we get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't not yet. Please hit the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. This video is also brought to you by All Things Phillies. He provides daily video recaps of highlights from the game. Of course, there are no highlights today since the game was not televised, but please go check out his channel, link in the description section. This game was very, very flat. I mean, he had very little offense in this game. The Phillies only, pushing across 1 run, and that was all. And James Marvel, just a no-name, coming out of the bullpen, who's just been a disaster. Allows 5 earned runs. This is a spring training game. I mean, whatever. I'm not really gonna, harp on it too much. Kyle Gibson looked pretty good today. He's a guy that heavily relies on his sinker. Not a guy that is known for, ranking up the strikeouts. He has 3 strikeouts this afternoon in just 2 innings of work, so not bad for Kyle Gibson. As I said, not a strikeout kind of guy. He loves using that sinker. I mean, he just loves using that sinker, and on this team, it could be a bit of a concern, especially with our shady defense. Pitch to contact out kind of guy may not do well in this kind of environment. You saw it a little bit last year with Bohm and Gregorius making all those errors, so it's a little bit, for reason for concern when you see that. So as you pick up the scoring summary here, Simon Mazzuti reaches base on an infield single to score Derrick Hall, and the Phillies now take a 1-0 lead. So this guy definitely showing off some speed, and then right after that, he stole second. Definitely an exciting player to watch. So he's definitely got that speed right there. He definitely has some speed. So the Phillies now lead it 1-0. Then we pick it up, bottom of the 8th inning, going against James Marvel. Drew Lavar hits a sacrifice fly to center field, and Vaughn Grissom comes around to score as the Braves now tie it at 1. So here we go. It was a bad bottom of the 8th inning for the Phils, and it was all because of James Marvel, who just is a disaster. As you said before, he's just an absolute disaster. I mean, nothing personal against this guy, but I'm not even going to really put much stock in him. Drafted in 2016 by the Pirates. He's done nothing. There's not really anything else much to say other than that. It's not that big a deal. Then Trey Harrison, same inning, singles on a little dunk fly ball to left field. Jordan Cowan comes around to score. Then Trey Harrison was able to get up to second after the fielding error out there in left field by Drew Maggi. And the Braves now take a 2-1 lead. So the defense was not great for the Phils today. Then in the same inning, Justin Dean reaches on a fielder's choice. Luke Williams, gets to put out at third base, but meanwhile, Gonzalez comes around to score as the Braves now extend the lead, now a 3-1 ball game. So it wasn't a lot of hard hit, balls in this inning. It's a fielder's choice, a little dunk single. It wasn't. I will give Marvel some credit there. He wasn't allowing all these really, really hard hit balls. With some bad defense, some misplays, but he definitely had a lot to do with it, no question. Then Logan Brown doubles on the line drive to left field. Trey Harris and Justin Dean come around to score a 2 RBI double, and the Braves now extend the lead, now a 5-1 Atlanta lead, and that'd be the final score, 5-1. Kyle Gibson's, good start to the spring is spoiled. Simon Mazzuti, as I said, showing off some athleticism, showing off his speed, beating out that infield single, then immediately stealing second base. That was just a bad bottom of the 8th inning for the Phils as they committed 2 errors today, only collecting 4 hits, while the Braves collected 9. So they had a 1-0 lead for a while there up until that bottom of the 8th inning. Juan Rojas gets the start out of the leadoff spot and collects a hit. And this is a guy that needs to try to get on base more. That is one criticism of Yohan Rojas is that he doesn't really have the best eye up there. He doesn't really draw a lot of walks. This is the kind of guy that he's one of the best exit velocities I think I've ever seen. I mean, this guy hits the ball so hard, but he struggles to see the baseball up there. He struggles with patience. And I think that's one thing he needs to work on. He does not do a very good job of that, as he did strike out today. Bryson Scott collecting one hit. I mean, this is the kind of guy that can hit to all fields. This is a guy that I just can't wait, because our defense is bad, but Bryson Scott's going to provide you good, solid defense over at shortstop, which is a tough position. So I'm really, really excited. I'm really pumped to watch Bryson Scott play, right? I mean, the athleticism definitely there. He has good range at short. So he collects a hit today. Is now batting .333 on the young spring. Alec Bohm gets a start at third. This is a big, big season for Alec Bohm after a down 2021 season. He looks to bounce back. As we discussed before, he has a lot to prove as he eventually was taken out of the game as Luke Williams came in and took his spot. And Juan Camargo, a guy you're going to be seeing coming off the bench for the Phillies this upcoming season, as he bats cleanup today and goes hitless. And big loss for the Phillies on the bench. And it's not as a big a deal because, the universal DH now, but if you haven't heard, Brad Miller in agreement with the Texas Rangers. You know what? I mean, good for Brad, right? I mean, he kind of resurrected his career in 2019 when he came over here, and he got that one-year deal with the Cardinals, and in the 2020 season did pretty well. Then he came back in 2021 and hit 20 home runs, got a lot of playing time, could play all over the diamond, and I guess the Phillies were not willing to give him a multi-year deal like he got with Texas. So he goes over to the Texas Rangers. I'm sad to see him go, but best of luck to Bamboo Brad. I forgot to talk about that. Juan Camargo kind of reminded me of that, so that's why I wanted to bring up Brad Miller's name. So I'm definitely sad to see him go, but best of luck to Bamboo Brad. And then Luis Garcia came in to take over at second base. And this is a guy that needs to get it going. Luis Garcia has definitely been a bit of a disappointment. One of the many in the Phillies farm system. There's no question about that. Derrick Hall, another hit today, scoring the only Phillies run on the Simon Mizuki infield single. So this guy rakes in spring training. He's put up okay numbers, down there in the minor leagues. He does really well in spring training. He does rakes in spring training. We got to see 2016 first round pick Mickey Moniak gets a start out in left field as he went hitless as well. And I talk about every single time I bring up this guy's name. This is just like he's done nothing. He's done absolutely nothing. First round pick, another disaster. Not doing much right there. But Simon Mizuki gets a start out in right field and driving in the only Phillies run on that infield RBI single to score Derrick Hall. So the offense definitely was not clicking today. It was not clicking today. As we could take a look at Kyle Gibson's short start. 2 innings, 2 hits, didn't allow any runs, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 3. So as I said in the beginning, this is a guy that heavily relies on the sinker. Like, he uses it a lot. He uses his sinker a lot. But it's kind of strange to see him get 3 strikeouts in just 2 innings of work. And we saw this a little bit last year, where Kyle Gibson is not the guy who's known for, racking up the strikeouts, but it seemed like he had some games where the strikeout rate was actually pretty high. But it seems like he's going better when he's actually, the strikeout rate's lower, and he's generating a lot of contact, a lot of weak contact, pitch to contact kind of out guy, as I mentioned before. And that's when it's going good for him. If you saw that in the first half of the 2021 season when he's a member of the Texas Rangers, Sam Conrad makes his spring debut today. Nice inning of work in the strikeout. And Chris Sanchez, a guy probably going to be seeing come out of the bullpen this upcoming season, also an inning of work, allowing a hit and striking out 1. So these are going to be names you're going to be seeing this year. But I could guarantee you one name you're not going to be seeing is James Marvel, who just is a disaster. I mean, again, I'm not really even going to talk about this guy. He was awful today. I mean, this is a guy you don't really put much thought into. He just was just a guy that Phillies just took a little teeny tiny chance on, just threw him out there. I'm not really going to put much stock into this guy. He's just not that important. James MacArthur had a nice 2 innings of work today. He looked pretty solid. So that is your final score as the Braves come back and have that 5-run bottom of the 8th inning to win it 5-1. So some club news as the Phillies officially have signed outfielder /DH Kyle Schwarber to that 4-year, $79 million contract as he officially reported to camp today. So very exciting. A lot of the Phillies fans are excited. I'm certainly excited. So it was kind of cool to see him walk in the gates today. He's got the backpack on. He's all looking excited. So I am really, really pumped for this, right? I mean, you're going to have Nick Castellanos. He'll probably join us maybe mid, this upcoming week, maybe around like Wednesday or so. I can't wait to see. I mean, we might see Kyle Schwarber in-game action maybe later in the week. Maybe Friday. I'm not too sure. Joe Girardi really hasn't said that much, but man, we're moving along. This is, spring training game number 3. We're about 2.5 weeks away from the start of the 2022 regular season. So it's hard to believe we're only 2.5 weeks away. I just cannot wait to see what we're going to do. Not only if this was a loss by a guy who is not going to have an impact on the 2022 Phillies in James Marvel, but, this is a spring training game. So it's really not that big of a deal. You still want to try to play well, but it was nice to see. I got to see Mizuti show off his speed. It was nice to hear that he did show off his speed since we didn't get to see it. We had to listen to it on 94 WIP because apparently here in 2022 we can't televise spring training games for some apparent reason. And also MLB at Bat, I guess, not sending out notifications about scores, final score. Apparently it's very hard for them to get those notifications out, which is an embarrassment to the sport. We're trying to get more fans involved in the game, and let's not send out notifications about the score. And that is your job. And that's not the first time that they've messed up. So this is now 3 games in a row they have not sent out notifications, score updates. They've sent out the lineup, 10 minutes before the game starts. The game's about to start. Score updates, pitching changes, final score, nothing. Nothing other than the starting lineup, except getting the notification about Mets manager Buck Showalter apparently, had monkeys take batting practice or something crazy like that at a zoo. Or I don't know what the heck that was all about. But why are we sending out notifications about Buck Showalter being at a zoo? How about we send out notifications about what is happening in the game? And I've kind of do some research, but it's very strange. You put your phone down for a second or walk away from the radio. You want to know what's going on. So it's impossible. You have to go on the app and manually look at it. They don't send you notifications, so hopefully that changes. Apparently they did that last spring, but I just don't remember. But definitely annoying for sure. This goes to show you how much they really care about the game. Not very much. I assume it probably has something to do with money, 100%. Just follow the money trail. You know why most things happen in life. So the Phillies lose in a flat fashion. There's not really much else to say other than that. I mean, the offense was dead silent, and we would have won this game 1-0 if James Marvel did not come in and do what he did. He was a disaster. So this game is over. Nice 2 innings of work by Kyle Gibson as we go to George M. Steinbrenner Field tomorrow at 1:05. And it's this MLB TV free game of the day. So you can watch this game on Yes Network, which is the Yankee station. I will be recapping this game. Hans Kraus, our number 4 prospect, takes the mound. This is a guy that heavily relies on his fastball. He has that great velo, man. I mean, like 96 plus. Excited to see. We have a lot of guys that rely on the fastball. I mean, let's just say. I mean, of course, Zach Wheeler. We got Andrew Painter, Micah Bell, Hans Kraut. I mean, these guys rely on the fastball. I mean, these guys can throw. These guys, even Francisco Morales, who's our number 5 prospect. He can really get the high velo on the fastball as well. So we definitely have guys who can really rank up the speed with the fastball, and they rely heavily on their fastball. Alon makes the start for the New York Yankees. 105 the first pitch. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media. Link in the description section at Phillies Hat Stove Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Beyond Stove Media. Card text 267-225-392. Email me phillieshatstovemedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go, Phillies. I'll see you guys.